I found something interesting today that showed that ADA may in fact be the dark horse of December, the one that sneaks up on people, surprises many again, just as it did late in 2024, just as it did in March of 2025. And obviously, as of late, we've been dealing with a lot of red in the market. There's a couple charts I want to look at here that are actually showing ADA may in fact be potentially bottoming out. And we'll discuss all that and more in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, show your support for the channel down below. Hit that subscribe button, that bell, it's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So this was actually a really good write-up that I ended up finding. And what it was talking about is Cardano may become December's dark horse. So it said Cardano is entering December with some solid stats, according to CryptoRank, that do not usually get talked about in all the crypto market noise, but they tend to matter when trying to predict the future. Its long-term return pattern shows one of the best December setups among the major altcoins, with strong average gain of about 56.9% and a positive 3.7% median. This unusual pairing points to both big upside bursts and a pretty reliable base case in the final month of the year. Now, ignore what it says about Ethereum and XRP. But what it says here is the price chart really drives the point home too. Cardano price is sitting near the lower end of 2025 range after a long compression cycle that erased the late 2024 spike and reset positioning. ADA usually does its best in the months after markets cool down. That's how we've talked about before. Sometimes ADA tends to decorrelate and kind of lead the space. And December often marks a point where selling pressure slows down and speculation picks up again. There's no guarantee that this will reverse the trend, but the setup is simple. If the historical rhythm repeats, the macro conditions do not get worse, Cardano could easily be one of December's under the radar high performers. Thought that was really interesting, especially seeing as, we've talked about ADA setting up in this Wyckoff accumulation model. SEBI has actually talked about if ADA can breach 50 cents, this could push ADA to enter a mega bullish phase. Coincidentally enough, when we talked about getting up to that 50, 55, 56 cent range, that could be where ADA really is confirming this major reversal. But something else I wanted to point to here as well is are a couple other charts actually showing ADA bottoming. Now, there was a viewer that asked me to talk about ADA BTC. We've obviously talked about ADA BTC here on the channel before. And what we've been seeing right now isn't what we necessarily want to see. ADA done a very good job of setting slightly higher lows on the charts. It's actually setting a lower low now. It's actually a lower low than we experienced all the way back here in October of 2024. Obviously, before ADA started outperforming BTC and outperforming Ethereum. So late 2025 has kind of been a year of suck, if you will. And it's not surprising. Alts have not been that great heading through the last several months. But what's very interesting is right now, ADA is continuing to do what it did last market cycle. If you guys remember, after that second touch here, we had a big drawdown in terms of ADA, actually structurally looking very, very similar here. My voice just cracked. That was really weird. Very, very similar here, setting slightly lower lows on this trend down right before ADA actually bottomed and sent. All right. Now, I'm not saying that this is the true bottom, but it is very close to actually this 420 sat level. Like we've talked about before, this was actually the bottom basically all the way back here in 2020 into 2021, or no, just 2020. Sorry. But what's very interesting is not only does it look like we are bottoming on the ADA BTC chart, it actually looks like we're bottoming on the ADA Ethereum chart as well. In fact, doing a very similar thing to last cycle after that big spike, kind of similar trajectory here, right? Big drawdown following that. It's been a long extended one, but it looks like now we might be getting down towards the bottom of this phase, which is slightly higher than whence we came, right? It's all looking very similar. Everything is just bigger. It's more extended. And again, maybe that has to do with obviously PMI not flipping yet. Maybe that has to do with, again, the lack of retail adoption. So everything's kind of been drug out, if you will. And it seems like all coins have been stuck in a bear market and we haven't started the bull yet. Could this in fact mean that December is the trigger? Could it mean that January is the trigger? It's possible, right? I still think that we need to get to a spot of more positive sentiment in the market. I saw somebody mention what's going on down around Venezuela right now in regards to the US. And yeah, the markets don't like that. It creates obviously more uncertainty right now. Right now, that's the reason why gold is still hanging around 4,200. It's been, rising up basically since, where is this? Since late November, early December. That's kind of when this news really started to come out. Obviously, the uncertainty surrounding Japan and interest rates, that puts just a little bit of unease in markets. But there's going to come a point where a lot of this stuff clears up. And it could actually be the moment where this launch pad that we're building for ADA in the charts, in the ADA BTC chart, in the ADA Ethereum chart, becomes more of a send, right? So that I thought was very interesting. I just wanted to share that with information with you guys. I know some people are going to disagree, and that's fine, right? There's nothing wrong with disagreements. My job here is to bring you guys the information, right? We can't all be sheep. We can't all just say, oh, yep, this is it, it's over. Because when you do that, you miss what's actually taking place in the space. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.